Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. So the real reason why you cannot make 20K per month, the real reason why you cannot grow your business, get clients, scale, and whatever it is that you want to do with your business, is because of a simple concept that I like to call refusal. Okay, and don't worry, I'm gonna explain exactly what it is. I'm gonna give you tangible examples. And if you're a coach, consultant, or an agency owner, or you have an online high ticket business, you need to watch this video because it's going to directly apply to you. So let's get started. Okay, this is you at 1K per month or 2K per month or 3K per month, 5K, 10K, whatever it is that you're making right now. Obviously, this is you in the present moment with your current situation. And this is you with, when you're going to achieve your goal, basically. So, whatever that is, like, whether your goal is like to make 10K per month, 20K per month, 50, 100, a million a month, whatever it is. Okay. This is your goal right here. Okay. And so, the reason why you're struggling to achieve your goal, whatever that is because again, is because of something that I like to call refusal. Okay. So let me explain. Okay. For you to be able to make the kind of money that you want to make with your business, you objectively need to have some things in place. Okay. And so, what I mean with that, let me just give you an example just to understand what I'm talking about. So, for example, let's just say that you want to become a doctor. Okay. You want to become a doctor. And so, in order for you to become a doctor, obviously you need to have like the proper studies, right? You need to have the proper certification and stuff like that, right? You need to go to college. You objectively need to have the studies. You objectively need to have your certification, diploma, whatever it is, right? But in order for you to become a doctor, which is your goal, you objectively need to have some things in place. Okay, you objectively need to have some things, and that's just it. It is what it is, right? If you have those things, then you can become a doctor. If you don't have those things, you cannot become a doctor. Really simple. And it's literally the same in business. Okay, for you to be able to make the kind of money that you want to make, insert goal right here, you need to have some things in place to be able to do that. Okay, and again, I keep emphasizing the word objectively. Okay, because it is what it is. Okay, is the universal truth. Okay, it's not up to you. So in a high ticket business, again, it's really simple. Okay, what you need to do to make 20K per month and even really up to 50K per month and beyond, right, is going to apply to whatever. If you want to make 10K per month and beyond, this is what you need to have. Okay, so number one, a proven offer. Okay, really simple. You need to have a proven offer to be able to book qualified calls with prospects so they can sell your service or product. Okay, the next thing is a good product. Okay, obviously you need to be getting good results for your clients. Okay, not scamming people. Next, you need a proven appointment booking system, right? Whether that's organic, paid ads, or whatever you do to acquire book calls, so that you can convert the book calls into paying clients. You just need a proven appointment booking system. Okay, and the next thing, which is the last thing, you need a proven sales process. Okay, so obviously because you're going to get book calls, you need to know how to sell to people because obviously you need clients to be making 20K per month, right? So you need to know how to sell to people. And the last thing, which is kind of the same thing with good product, but you need to have good service delivery. Okay. So this is basically having a good product. Okay. So obviously these are pretty much the five things, and you can really boil them down to like four things because good service delivery and a good product, right, means that obviously your clients are going to be getting good results. But the point is that for you to be making 20K per month and really 10K per month and beyond, okay, you need to have these things in place objectively. Okay, now here is the problem, and here is what refusal means. So you again need to have these things in place, but in every single aspect that we have listed right here, you are going to have resistance towards doing certain things. Okay. So refusal, resistance, it's pretty much the same thing. Okay. But you are going to have resistance towards doing some things that you need to do to be able to achieve your goal. So just to give you an analogy, and then I'm going to explain exactly what those limiting beliefs are and how this is basically self-sabotage, how you're stopping yourself from, achieving your goals. Is, let's just say that, okay, again, you want to become a doctor, you want to become a surgeon, okay? And again, obviously, you need to have studies to be able to become a doctor and to perform surgeries, right? And so let's just say that this is your goal. Okay, you want to become a surgeon, you want to become a doctor. Great stuff. Okay, for you to be able to do that, let's say that you need to attend specific studies to be able to become a surgeon, and those studies are going to be like 2 years. Okay, you need to study for 2 years surgery so that you can perform surgeries. But what you say is, okay, well, I don't want to attend those studies because it takes too long. Like 2 years is too long for me, and I don't have the patience to go through that course or whatever it is, right? Well, okay, you have your goal, you want to become a surgeon, you want to become a doctor, but the reason why you cannot do that is because you have resistance towards going through the course that allows you to become a surgeon. Okay, and maybe it sounds stupid, and it is stupid, but you're not aware of this, I guarantee you. Okay, and how this looks like is kind of like this, right? So it's like a meme, right? You're going towards your goal on the bicycle, but you're just stopping yourself, and this is basically self-sabotage. Okay, and this is the real reason why you cannot make 20K per month. And now you're probably thinking like, okay, well, this sounds crazy. This is not, no, this is not the reason why I cannot make 20K per month. No, this is bullshit, right? But I'm just going to explain, and I'm just going to give you some concrete examples because look, I work with, dozens of coaches and consultants, right? Over 50 coaches and consultants I've worked with, and I see this in every single one of them. And this applies to agency owners, this applies to any single business owner. Okay, so let's get started with the first aspect of your business that I mentioned, right? The first thing that you need to have in place to be able to make 20K per month, and this one is the proven offer. And here is how people self sabotage, and this is how they kill their business. And again, this is going to apply to you as well. So objectively, for you to be able to have a proven offer, for you to be able to have a good offer, because this is what you need to have nowadays to be able to make your business work, right? You need to have a good guarantee, okay? Because you need to, allow people to feel safe, and to feel safe when buying your offer. And this is especially if you want to acquire clients from cold traffic. Okay, so a lot of times when I tell people that, for example, a lot of times they're going to come back to me and they're going to say like, oh, I don't want to offer guarantees, right? I don't feel comfortable offering guarantees. Again, this is self-sabotage, this is resistance. Okay, this is refusal. I don't want to offer guarantees because you're not comfortable offering guarantees. Another self-limiting belief and like sabotage basically is, I don't want to focus on one specific niche. Okay, again, like people are going to tell me that, oh, I want to work with multiple different niches at the same time, I don't want to just focus on one thing, I don't want to do one thing. No, that's not me. Again, this is self-sabotage because realistically, objectively, right, for you to be able to acquire traffic, to acquire clients on cold traffic, you need to have a specific offer. Okay, and another one might be like, oh, I tell clients that, hey, you need to offer something tangible, right? You need to offer something concrete because this is objectively what you need to have in place to be able to get clients on cold traffic. Okay, and even on warm traffic. Okay, it doesn't really matter, you need to have a tangible promise. And people are going to be like, but I don't want to promise this, right? I don't feel comfortable promising this. I want to promise something else. Okay, I cannot promise something tangible. Okay, again, this is resistance towards the things that you objectively need to do with your business to be able to make it work and to get clients. Okay, again, another one is, I don't feel comfortable promising X, right? I tell a lot of times people like, hey, we do the market research, we figure out exactly what they need to promise to their market to be able to get clients and to be, whatever, to attract people. And then they're going to be like, well, I don't feel comfortable promising this, I don't want to promise this. Okay, and then they want to water down their promise. So again, this is resistance. Another one is, for example, and this really ties into having a good product, but I tell them, hey, look, your clients want and need one-on-one support, so you cannot try to sell them like a just cookie cutter course, right? You need to offer them one-on-one support because this is objectively what they need to be able to get results and for you to be able to grow your business. And then my clients are going to be like, oh, but this takes too much time, I don't want to offer one-on-one support to my clients, right? And this is stupid. Like, I see this all the time, right? It's like there are certain things, right, that you have resistance towards and you don't want to do, but this is the exact same thing that kills your business. Okay, and here's the thing, right? On my channel here, on this YouTube channel, you're going to see a lot of videos where I talk about offers, what you need to have in place with your offer, about the guarantees, about the specificity, the promise. Like, I cover all of these things on my YouTube channel. Okay, so you don't need to buy any course or anything like that. You can just watch those videos for free and get the information of objectively what you need to do with your business to be able to achieve these results. Okay, but the problem is that a lot of times you have resistance towards those things. Okay, you're going to say that again, you're going to say all of these things. Okay, and again, this is just one aspect of the business. Okay, this is when we're talking about the proven offer, but let's cover the other aspect of the business, and probably some things from here you're going to be familiar with because maybe you do have these objections and this resistant points yourself, right? So the other one is appointment booking. Okay, so again, objectively, right, for you to be able to acquire clients with an organic system, you need to follow up with prospects. Okay, and sometimes what my clients are going to say is, I don't want to follow up with my prospects. Okay, I don't want to follow up with prospects. Okay, Yeah, for any reason. This is just not me. I don't want to follow up with prospects. I don't feel comfortable following up with prospects. Another one is I don't want to send cold messages. I don't want to send messages to new people. Well, okay, but you don't have an audience, right? You don't have a lot of subscribers. You're not booking calls from your warm audience. So the only way for you to be able to get clients is by getting clients from cold traffic. So in order for you to be do that, because you cannot afford ad spend, right? You need to be able to put in at least 6K every single month in paid ads. You cannot afford to do that. So your only option is to have organic systems in place to be able to acquire clients from cold traffic, and then clients get back and say, I don't want to send cold messages. Okay, and again, this is resistance. Another one, I don't want to reach out to new people, right? Which is kind of the same with cold messages. I want prospects to come to me, but a lot of times, people are not in that position. Okay, you're just not, right? Because you don't have a strong enough personal brand. You're not booking calls from your personal brand, so people don't come to you. You have to come to them. Okay, I don't feel comfortable reaching out to people. Again, it's the same thing. And again, these are just all limiting beliefs, because objectively, again, you need to do certain things with the business. But if you're not going to do those things, then objectively you're not going to be able to get the clients and to get the results that you want. Let's cover the last piece, which is the sales. Again, objections, resistance is literally the same thing. This is self-sabotage. Okay, a lot of times my clients are going to be telling me, I hate sales, I hate selling to people, right? I don't want to sell, I don't want to jump on sales calls, right? So obviously, okay, well, objectively, for you to be able to get clients, because you have a high ticket offer, right? You are going to need to book calls. But obviously, for you to be able to convert those book calls into paying clients, you need to sell to them. Okay, you need to jump. You need to pitch your offer. You need to convince people that your offer is what they need, right? If that's true. So you objectively, you need to sell. You need to be good at sales. But if you're telling yourself like, I hate selling to people, I'm not good at sales, I hate sales calls, right? And obviously this is a typo right here, but I hate sales calls. Well, guess what? You're not going to be at sales calls. Guess what? You're going to have a hard time selling your offer. Guess what? You're going to struggle to convert people. Guess what? You're not going to get clients. You're not going to make money. Okay. I don't want to ask uncomfortable questions. Resistance. I don't feel comfortable pitching. Resistance. Okay. So these are the things that are actually killing your business. Okay. When you are faced with the objective truth, okay, of what you need to do in your business to be able to scale it, to get clients, to get the results that you want to get, you are, showing resistance. You don't want to do those things. And in reality, those are the things that are actually going to grow the business. Okay. So again, I hope you identify maybe with some of the limiting beliefs in here, but I guarantee you that you are going to have some limiting beliefs that are stopping you. And this is true because this is true at every single level. I see like, business owners making 100K per month that are struggling with some of these aspects. Okay. It might not be exactly those things, but they do have resistance in certain aspects of their business. Okay, and we have to work through that. So, okay, well, now you probably are familiar with what resistance is. Now you probably understand what how limiting beliefs are stopping you from growing your business, right? How you refuse to do certain things that you objectively need to do to grow your business. So now you understand this concept. But now let's get back to this drawing right here, right? The A to B transformation, let's say. And okay, how do you practically actually solve these problems, and how do you practically make sure that you reach your goal? Well, it's very simple. Okay, again, insert your goal right here. Do you want to make 20K per month? Do you want to make 50K per month? Do you want 100K per month? Whatever it is, right? You need to have certain things in place on all of these aspects. Okay, for example, if you want to make 100K per month, for example, you need a sales team. Okay, you need to have a closer, because you yourself cannot take as many calls as you need to make 100K per month, perhaps. Okay, so for that, your limiting belief might be like, I don't want to hire a closer, right? I don't want someone else to sell my offer for me. I don't want to do that. That's not me. Reject. And this is the reason why you cannot scale to 100K per month. So what you need to do instead is you need to be aware of all of those limiting beliefs, literally write them down on a paper, and just flip them. Okay, just try to go the exact opposite. Okay, so for example, okay, now you know the aspects of the business that you need to have in place to be able to, reach your goal. Proven offer, good product, proven appointment booking system, proven sales process, and obviously good product, good service delivery. Okay, so what I want you to do right now is for every single aspect, okay, from here, I want you to write down the potential limiting beliefs that you might have. Okay. So again, for offer, for example, maybe you are aware that you don't have a guarantee. Okay. You don't have a guarantee. And so maybe you are aware of that. And this is one of your limiting beliefs. So instead, just say, like, okay, just write down your limiting beliefs that you have right now. Your limiting belief might be, I don't want to offer guarantees. What you're going to do instead is you're going to write the opposite. I will offer guarantees as part of my business. Just write them down on a simple Google document and go through it again and again and again until you will come to accept that fact. Okay, until you will come to accept that do need to offer a guarantee. The same is for the specific niche. Okay, maybe right now you're trying to sell to a bunch of different people at the same time. Maybe you don't even have a niche. Okay, and you're like, but I don't want to pick a niche. I don't feel comfortable doing that. Well, here is the objective truth, right? You need to have a specific niche to be able to get clients. Okay, if you don't, you're not going to get clients. So right now you have two choices. Number one, you don't have a niche, right? You sell to multiple different people and you're not going to get clients. Okay, so you compromise your goal. That means that you're not going to reach your goal. Really simple. Or the second option is you adapt. Okay, you adapt and then you agree that you need to have one specific niche and you're going to try to find a specific niche, and there you go, you solve the problem. Okay, so I want you to write down all of the limiting beliefs that you have for every single aspect. Okay, for the offer, for the appointment booking system, for the sales, just write down every single limiting belief that you have around these things, this part of your business, and then write the exact opposite next to them. Okay, and what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to repeat over and over the exact opposites. You need to get comfortable with them and to accept them, and you need to have the humility to accept that you might be wrong. And maybe this is the reason why you cannot get results. And again, I see this all the time in people. I see this in business owners making 10K per month. I see this in business owner making 0K per month, 100K per month, 50K per month. It is like, I guarantee you that if you are a human being, right? If you're not a reptile, then you are going to have these things. You are going to have these limiting beliefs. So, in essence, what you need to do for you to be able to achieve your goal is you need to objectively look at your goal and reverse engineer the things, the characteristics that you need to have to be able to achieve your goal. Okay, so another example. Okay, objectively, right, for you to be able to make 20K per month, you need to be disciplined. And if right now you're not disciplined and you self-identify as someone who is not disciplined and who is sporadic and whatever, has a lot of addictions, then guess what? You're going to have to change that, because in order for you to be able to reach your goal, you need to reverse engineer, right, all of the things that you need to have for you to be able to achieve the goal, and you need to work towards achieving those goals. Okay, and again, maybe it sounds very simple, but I guarantee you that this is the reason why you don't have these things in place. Okay. This is the reason why you don't make 20K per month, is because you have limiting beliefs in all of these aspects of the business. Okay. And because you refuse to do the objective things that you need to do to be able to get results with the business. Okay. And again, the key takeaway from this video is you need to be aware of all of these things that are stopping you. You need to write them down on a Google document, and then you need to write the exact opposite of those things, and you need to accept the new things, okay, which is obviously the exact opposite. Okay, so this is the first thing. The second thing is you need to have this mindset. Okay, well, for me to be able to achieve my goal, I need to reverse engineer things. Okay, you're never going to start from your current situation. Okay, just forget about it. Okay, you need to take a look at your goal and say, okay, what are all of the things that I objectively need to have in place to be able to achieve the goal? What are the things that I objectively need to have as characteristics, as personal traits, for me to be able to achieve my goal? Okay, is that to have a team of salespeople, right? Is that to have a team of appointment setters? Is that to have a system that works on cold traffic? Is that to run paid ads? Is that to be more disciplined? Okay, is that to get better at sales? Is that to push people in sales conversation at the right time, right? Like all of these things, right? Again, you're going to need to have them in place. Okay, so that's the takeaway from this video. And again, I guarantee that you have things in place that are stopping you. I guarantee that you have resistance, but maybe you're just not aware of it, and you just need to take the time to be able to identify those things. Because if you had those things, right, if you had anything, like if you had everything that you needed to have to be able to achieve your goal, you would be making 20K per month. You would be where you want to be. Okay, so it doesn't make any sense. The reason why right now you're not making the kind of money that you want to make is because of resistance. Okay, so that's it for this video. I hope you really got a lot of value out of it. If you did, smash the like button on this video, because YouTube is going to show you more videos just like this one that are going to help you grow your business. Smash the subscribe button on my channel, because I'm going to be posting more videos, no fluff, just like this one, that are going to help you to grow your business. And if you're a coach, consultant, agency owner, and you want to grow your business, then I have a pretty cool offer for you that is 100% results based. Okay, meaning if you don't get the results, you literally don't pay, and if you're not profitable, you're not going to pay anything. So if you want to check out that offer, you can check the link in the description down below. Anyways, it's all good for me. So just in case you're curious about it, just in case you want to check it, just check the link in the description and you're going to find out. It's a pretty cool offer. But that's it. Thank you for watching the video.